Now, on the MLC and OLC, we have no reasons na mabalik na po siya. And we have made it a point na nasa policy na po natin. Matagal na po yung in-approve natin ng administrator ni Admiral Impedrad. At nag-iisa po kami na talagang hindi na po siya ibabalik kasi lahat na po siya na-address na po siya doon sa edukasyon. Ngayon kung ibalik mo siya, kung ilagay mo siya sa MTI, maling correction po yun. Mali po ang approach yun. Kasi ang sabi ng EMSA, nung nag-visit sila, may kakulangan yung edukasyon mo. So dinagdag namin kung ano yung kulang na sinasabi nila.
Isa kasi sa naging findings ng independent evaluation, the lack of education and training for management level. So, the plan is to revive the management level course to comply with the finding of the independent evaluation. Kasi pag hindi natin ni-revive itong management level course, there would be a possibility na hindi tayo kasama sa whitelist ng IMO.
Now, I have with me the response of the Philippines wherein ito yung comment ng EMSA. Gusto ko lang basahin very specifically for us to understand. Our submission, nandun sa submission natin sa EMSA, ito na yung gagawin natin to address your findings. Dito sa bagong curriculum, yung improvement ng curriculum ng 2019, ito na yung bago. Dito, ilagay na namin lahat.
Welcome to another edition of Usapang Maritime. This time on Mariner's Standpoint. I am Engineer Art Serafico, your host.
The question is, pwede bang inalify ng advisory yung MLC? Yung circular?
Circular, yes.
Definitely not. Because the STCW convention, the STCW circular has to undergo the process and should be approved by the Marina Board.
Yes.
STCW advisory kasi ano lang yan is an advisory by the Marina Administrator.
Just an informative message.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Now, ang nangyari is when I assume, ang ginawa ko, nakita ko nga yung mali. Ang ginawa namin is, we came up with advisory nullifying the 2019-05 advisory. Parang sinasabi ko, just go back to the SDSWMC, which is a more permanent and policy. So, lalabas ngayon na pagbalikan mo si MC 2018-02, wala na si management level. So, I did not remove the management level. Sinabi ko lang na bumalik ka dun sa MC.
Which is the former rule or the existing rule.
Existing more permanent and has a basis because it's approved by the Marina Board.
Yes. So, Sir Bob, in a recent proclamation of then Marina Director Vice Admiral Medina, nagkaroon na daw ng amendments ang ating BS degree sa Maritime Transportation at Marine Engineering, complying with the identified deficiencies in education or curriculum. Pwede niyo po bang ipaliwanag ito at kailan po ito nangyari?
Yeah, tama yung sabi ni Admiral Medina na nagbago tayo ng curriculum as response to the findings of EMSA. Ang nangyari kasi nung nag-inspect si EMSA previously in the earlier years, sabi nila kasi we focus also on the MLC, sabi nila kulang ng MLC. So we came up with CMO 67 enhanced by CMO 14. Yun yung ongoing curriculum natin ngayon. Diyan, walang problema si EMSA dyan. However, CHED and Marina in 2019 approved a new curriculum under JCMMC 01 series of 2019 to be implemented, supposed to be in 2020 nung time na umupo ako. However, yung findings ng EMSA, ang sabi nila, may problema yung yung JCMMC 01 2019. It's short of saying na ba't ka pa nagpalit, mas maganda yung CMO 67 and 14. Now, I have with me the response of the Philippines, wherein ito yung comment ng EMSA. Gusto ko lang basahin very specifically for us to understand. Ang problema kasi when EMSA came, instead na pa-inspect natin yung ongoing curriculum, pina-scrutinize natin yung incoming curriculum na i-implement natin 2020. So that's where the problem lies. So ito yung nangyari doon sa scrutiny nila na sa JCMMC 01 2019. Sabi niya dito, the provisions of section 4 and 6 of JCMMO number 1 of 2019 include some training courses aiming at the management level competencies required by section 832 of the SDCW code for second engineer officers and chief engineer officers. The curriculum mapping for the BS MARE program specified in Annex A to JCMMC number 1 of 2019 includes reference to all 14 competencies specified in Table A32 of Section A-32 of the SDCW code. In short, sinasabi ni EMSA, okay, nailagay nyo lahat yung MLC dyan, all the 14 competencies. Ito ngayon yung findings. However, the curriculum mapping does not address 4 of the knowledge, understanding, and proficiency. 4. KUP yun Yung competencies, 14. Kompleto tayo. Mas marami yung KUPs. Pero ang sinasabi ni EMSA, 4. Kulang kayo ng 4 para kompleto na. So yun yung nakalagay dito. So how do we address this? You should amend the JCMMC 01 2019 and i-add yung kakulangan natin. So that must
only the 4.
Only the 4 supposed to be so that we satisfy EMSA. Actually, yun yung action natin. Now, our action is sinasabi ni Admiral Medina na gumawa tayo ng kasi hindi natin pwedeng implement si 19. We have to amend that. So, ang amendment ng 2019 is JCMMC 01 series of 2022, which is our submission. Nandun sa submission natin sa EMSA, ito na yung gagawin natin to address your findings. Dito sa bagong curriculum, yung improvement ng curriculum ng 2019, ito na yung bago. Dito, lagay na namin lahat. This will be a perfected, a better, enhanced curriculum of 2019. Better than CMO 67, enhanced by 2014. Yung nga lang, kailangan pa natin gagawin. In fact, the first year will be implemented this year, second year, third year, fourth year, after a year subsequently. Yes. So, ang gagawin natin is, pag ginawa natin yung standard course package ng second year, third year, fourth year, ilagay na natin lahat yung findings ng EMSA dito. That's the intent. We just have to implement the SDCW Convention. In fact, tama yun, kasi tapos na Approved na ni CHED yung JCMMC 1, 2, 3 series of 2022. Yan ang sinasabi ni Admiral Medina na tapos na. Ginawa namin yan during our term for 2 years when we crafted our response to EMSA. Pinag-aralan namin mabuti. In-approve ng CHED, in-approve ng TPMB, recommended by TMA, and it was approved by CHED.
Maraming salamat, sir. Napag-usapan natin yung pagbabago sa curriculum. Pero alam din naman natin na hindi lang naman tayo ngayon mapapagraduate ng mga nag-aral ng BS degree para maging officers. Marami na tayong naging opisyal at ibig sabihin, gumraduate sila matagal na panahon na. With the issues sa EMSA on competency, paano sila pwedeng makakomply dito kung hindi na sila covered ng bagong curriculum na binago natin?
Yung curriculum na binago natin, yung i-implement natin this year and over the next 3 years, the first year siya, pero yung second year, third year, fourth year, CMO 67 pa rin nagagamitin natin as enhanced by CMO 14. Walang gap dun. Walang question si EMSA dun. So there is no problem with that. So in the same way na lahat ng competencies, hindi mo na kailangan makuha lahat sa sa training or whatever. Kaya kung titignan mo yung STCW convention, you can take it sa sa in service, di ba? Sa simulators and practical. So, mas marami ka nga matututunan on the management level when you're already occupying a position, especially kung kunyari officer ka na ng barko, when you manage people. And then if you are assistant to the for example to the chief mate, of course kung ano yung natututunan mo dun sa barko, all you need to do is to show attestation, and then before you take up the assessment, before we give your certificate of competency. So I think walang gap kasi ituloy-tuloy pa rin habang first year ng bagong curriculum, nandiyan pa rin si CMO 67 at saka CMO 14. So there is no gap. And if ever, halimbawa, sabi nila, kung ang sinasabi ng is kailangan nilang kumuha ng MLC, mandatory. What about those who were promoted already? Na naka-occupy na ng barko? Na halimbawa, master, are you telling everyone that kailangan bumalik pa siya para kunin niya itong MLC to qualify himself when he's already a master and he's already learning very fast dun sa barko?
Tama yan, sir. Actually, yan din ang aking question. MLC should serve as a refresher course.
Yeah, right.
So, kung ikaw currently acting on the position based dun sa COC at license na hawak mo,
Yeah.
kailangan mo ba ng refresher kung ginagawa mo to?
Right. Yeah. But again, sabi ko nga sa iyo, if you are not confident na kahit na nagbarko ka na, and then you want to be promoted to master and you are a chief mate, parang kulang ang kaalaman ko. Then you take the MLC. It's not removed. Hindi ko siya lang ginawang mandatory. Tinanggal lang namin siya sa mandatory. So it's still optional. So if a person, if a seafarer is not confident of his whatever he learned at sea or in another method, then he can take the MLC para masigurado niya na pumasa siya pag may na-assess siya ng assessment centers.
So ibig sabihin, sir, this is optional.
It's optional.
Based dun sa kung anong gusto at confidence ng tao.
Yeah. Yeah.
But ibig sabihin din ito, hindi natin dapat tanggalin ang saysay ng attestation.
Right. Very important.
Because the attestation, sir, di ba? Ito yung nagsasabi na ito ang ginagawa nitong tao na to sa barko.
Yeah.
At ang pinakamagaling na magbigay sa atin ng attestation are the ship owners or the managers of the vessel. Kasi may record sila niyan, sir, kung anong ginawa nila at kung ano yung nangyayari sa barko.
I'd like to share my example when I was at sea. Kasi nagbarko din kami as Navy officers, and we became commanding officer of warships. Mas mahirap yun sa tingin ko. When I was the operation officer for particular ship, marami akong natutunan kasi operation is next to EXO. And then nung naghanap ng EXO ng particular barko, ang Philippine Navy, naghanap sila. Siyempre ang qualification is dapat mag-take ka ng EXO course. It's a refresher. It's include management and all the aspect of an EXO. At sabi ng commanding officer nung barko na yun, si Empedrad na ilagay ko. He doesn't have to take the course because I can attest that he is capable to perform. So nag-issue yung headquarters ng order, naging EXO ko without taking the course. Now, if tingin ko parang kulang, sir, mag-course, magkuha mo na ako na. It's not mandatory, it's optional.
Thank you, sir. Ako, yan din ang paniwala ako that the best organization or best person to give you the attestation or the proof na ikaw ay competent and confident dito sa larangan na ginagampanan mo sa barko are the owners or the ship managers. Right. Dahil sila nga pinagkatiwala yung barko sa iyo eh.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Maraming salamat, sir. Sir Bob, ayon sa isang article na sinulat ng Marine World, na kung saan nakapanayan po kayo sa issue ng MLC. Nakasad po dito na kino-question ninyo ang integridad ng independent evaluators na di umano'y nakipag-usap sa mga namamahala ng mga training centers. Sinabi nyo dito na may conflict of interest ang mga independent evaluators na to. Kaya bago po kayo lumisan sa Marina, pinag-iisipan nyo na po na ikansila ang serbisyo ng mga independent evaluators base on the principles of conflict of interest.
There is nothing mentioned about killer. There's no mention. I was wondering, nung sinabi nila, okay na po kami dyan. Okay na, we agree with your findings. Suddenly, when I was relieved, and accordingly, during the interview, ang nagsabi doon na independent evaluator, killer, yung MLC. And they are saying na ibalik yung MLC sa training center. Kung titignan mo yung process ng MLC, ng independent evaluator, they will come up with a finding, and then the report will be coming from me to the IMO.
Yes.
Not even the two. Ibig sabihin, tapos na. After they submit the report, in fact, they will be doing the report for me to submit to, because I hired them hinire ko sila So if you hire people to divide the industry, I will not allow that.